Hi. So over the next 2 weeks, I wanted to explore how leaders need to remove their blinkers. And by blinkers, I mean the biases, the cognitive biases that lurk and we're often unconscious of them. And leaders need to deliberately be aware, identify those biases and proactively work to remove them. Now, Daniel Kahneman, if I've said that right, in his book Thinking Fast and Slow, talked about system 1 thinking and system 2 thinking. Now, system 1 thinking is instantaneous. We actually don't really think about it. We know that fire is hot, ice is cold, so it's instantaneous. System 2 thinking is more deliberate. This is where we actually do have to think. We have to work things out. So it could be working out how many letters A's there are in the word abracadabra, if I could even say it. Parking in a tight spot. And there's lots of other things where we really need to think about it. Playing chess, for example, doing a complex mathematical sum. And what Kahneman says is the challenge is that we revert, because we're inherently lazy, we revert to system 1 thinking as often as we can. And that's where the unconscious biases, the cognitive biases, are lurking. And most of us would like to identify ourselves as not having any biases, but the fact is we do. And we would also like to think that we spend most of our time with system 2 thinking, where we deliberate, we apply some logic and we work things out. But research has said that system 1 thinking is in charge 95% of the time. So system 1 thinking in charge most of the time with those biases lurking in them. And what Kahneman said in his book was, we are vulnerable to biases when system 1 thinking forms a narrative that conveniently connects the dots and doesn't express surprise. Because of the cognitive ease by system 1 thinking, system 2 is not invoked to question the data. It merely accepts the conclusions of system 1. So therefore, if we can't recognise and work to eradicate our biases and remove our blinkers, it will lead to poor decision making, bad planning and ineffective leadership. So this week I'm going to look at 5 biases, starting with proximity bias tomorrow.